Welcome back, everybody, to My Last Brain Cell, man. It's been a long time since we've had like this kind of discourse, it feels like, yo. And I know why, you feel me? It's because I've been doing the puzzle verse episodes, so I hope you've been tuning into those. Obviously, nothing right here because I had a puzzle and I ain't got nothing right now. So I'll find something to replace what once was the puzzle. But for the time being, we ain't got that. But it's good to see you guys, and I hope it's good to see me too. You feel me? So we're gonna start these things, or this episode, I should say, the way we usually do, with the question of the day. And today's question of the day is inspired by I've been watching videos or just seeing or hearing videos online of people asking like random one-off questions, right? And a lot of the questions I've been hearing have made me realize I'm not using enough of my brain and the free will I have to ask questions that I should be. Like some of the questions that I hear, I'm like, you're digging super deep into your brain to be able to find or even fathom this level of question. You feel me? So then I thought I need to be doing that, right? So for a while, I was writing, or I was like stacking up like questions of the day because I asked so many so often, so I wanted to make sure I had, and I'm not gonna even take the risk. I want to make sure I had a plethora of questions to ask without running out or feeling like I was gonna make something up on the spot, right? And sometimes I do make some up on the spot, but for the most part, I try to like have like a bunch ready to go. So today's question of the day, though, I had pre-written before I even started seeing these videos, but I felt it was too strange to ask. But now, after seeing these videos, I know it's the perfect level of sanity to be asking this kind of question. So, with all that being said, question of the day. If there was a task force that their only job was to arrest people who were either engaging in their favorite sex position or eating their favorite food, right? Let's say that kind of task force existed. And if that task force existed, which of those two things do you think would be the one that you'd be most liable or most likely to get caught up in, right? So let's say that one more time. you there's a task force that goes around trying to catch people either eating their favorite food or engaging in their favorite sex position. Which of those two things do you think would get you caught up? Like, which of those two things is most likely to get you caught by this task force? And again, it could be random, right? Because I mean, it's like cops. Like, sometimes you be speeding and you don't see cops, and then sometimes you be speeding and you see a cop. It's kind of like that. You feel me? So I think for me personally, I'm definitely going down for eating some good fettuccine. Ooh, I love some good fettuccine, and I don't make a lot of fettuccine, but I feel like that would still be the one. Like if I'm like, ooh, I love fettuccine, and I haven't eaten any because I kind of took out carbs from my diet for a while, but like I'm reintroducing them right now. And you know what? Honestly, some salmon alfredo do sound type fire, so maybe that's in the future. I don't know, but yeah, I definitely think eating some good old fettuccine would be the one to get me. But let me know what you guys would get caught up doing in the comments. Are you gonna get caught eating your favorite food or engaging in your favorite sex position? Put in the comments, and while you're doing that, while you're thinking about which one of those two things is gonna get you caught up by this task force, I'm gonna get Cards Against Humanity. Before we go any further, I wanted to take a moment to shout out my boy Terrell, bro. He gave me this picture of Jimbei. You see this shit, bro? Look how raw that is with the sun in the background. Jimbei looking just sharp and ready to go. Man, this picture means a lot, bro. So shout out my homie for that, bro, because this picture is too fire. Yeah, I had to make sure I shouted him out because y'all won't see it in the regular podcast episodes. And I've had it here for a grip. And I meant to shout him out earlier, like when I first got it, but I started doing the Puzzleverse episodes. And sip, read, repeat is a little bit more formal comparatively, so I didn't have the time to do it there. But yeah, man, shout out my boy Terrell. But anyway, let's get into this Cards Against Humanity. You feel me? Let's shuffle it up. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and we were playing Tower Stack together. And I told her that I just don't have like the skill nor the dexterity to do like the professional like card shuffles, and she could do it. And I feel like I know a lot of people that can do it. And I went to go show her that I just physically couldn't, and I saw it in her eyes. I'm pretty sure that to some small degree, I gave her the ick. But anyway, let's see what's going on. Blank. Betcha can't just have one. Blank. Betcha can't just have one. This is a good one. Blank. I bet you just can't have one. And for those of you who might have forgotten, we picking 3 cards. You feel me? We got 3 different choices we're going to run through. That's 2. I feel like I want to go more towards the front, but not the very front. 3. Let's put these here. All right, y'all. Blank. Bet you can't just have one. 10,000 Syrian refugees. Bet you can't just have one. I mean, it's in the name. Jeez. Selling crack to children. Bet you can't just have one. My good bra. Bet you can't have just one is how it should read. Bet you can't have just one. I mean, your good bra. I feel like every woman has that one good bra. They might have a bunch of good bras, but every woman has that one good bra. So I feel like that immediately has to be like, you know what I mean, ixnayed from the pool. Selling crack to children. Bet you can't have just one. That doesn't even fit. It doesn't fit. 10,000 Syrian refugees. Bet you can't have just one. The number, it's right there. You literally just can't have one. You have 10,000. Selling crack to children. I mean, honestly, okay, hold on. I'm about to make this work. Selling crack to children. Bet you can't have just one. That's the slogan for selling crack to children. You want to sell crack to children? And that's the slogan. Selling crack to children. Bet you can't have just one. That's the answer right there. Boom. I figured it out. I talked myself into it. 10,000 Syrian refugees? Nah, you're ixnayed too. My good bra? Ixnayed. Selling crack to children. Bet you can't have just one. Science and delivered. Yo, trademark that. Someone get the paperwork. All right, cool. Let me know what you would have picked in the comments. Would you have picked my good bra? 10,000 Syrian. Wow. I said it fine every other time except for now. 10,000 Syrian refugees were selling crack to children. Because bet you can't have just one. Put it in the comments. And while you're doing that, I'll get the Wheel of Fun. Okay, Wheel of Fun. Show me what you got. Man, it's been a long time. But let's see what happened on this day. Thanks to the handy dandy notebook. Okay, on this day in 1666, the Great Fire of London began accidentally in the house of the king's baker, and it burned for 4 days and destroyed a large part of the city. So it destroyed thousands of houses and I think a church. Could you imagine being around alive during that time and watching your house burn down and watching your city continue to burn for 4 days? 4 days. I was reading a little bit about it. It said like a super violent wind is what really got the fire riled up. Some houses had gunpowder, so they just blew up instantly once the flame came in contact. That'd be horrible. It didn't. I didn't look at how many dead. I can only imagine a bunch of people died. But yeah, man, that would be a horrible way to go, or just a horrible thing just to witness. I mean, tragedies are tragedies, but like in 1666, like you're just like, damn, like for real. And it was you have no one to be mad at except Mother Nature. What you gonna do to Mother Nature? Nothing. That's Mother Nature. She's quite literally a force to be reckoned with. I'm pretty sure that's why the phrase exists. I'm making that up, but yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Keeping it short today. Nice, short, and sweet, especially considering all the long Puzzleverse episodes I gave you guys prior. Maybe I'll yap a little bit later on another episode, but until then, I ain't got nothing else for you guys. This is King Echo, signing off.